Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut, and I'm without Mike Kelly today, and we are a Real Estate Jerky Daily. How you doing this morning? I'm doing great. Had my first board meeting at 7 a.m., so I've been up for a while. All right, so a lot of news today. Just kidding, there isn't a lot of news today. It's going to be more next week. Is going to be more of the news, but actually, what do we have today? The big thing that we're waiting on is it is Fed Day today, which means they conclude their 2-day meeting and they'll release their statement today and a summary of economic projections, followed by Jerome Powell press conference. And really, it's the press conference that really makes the difference, not so much what they say. But we're always going to watch this. The market is betting the estimate that there's a 60% chance of a June rate cut. I don't see that happening. I think we're going to see more and more stuff coming out that's going to show that inflation is sticky and it's not going away as fast as people think it's going away. I think it's going to be here for a lot longer than they think. And the closer we get to election, the less likely they're going to do anything, because then they'd be talked about potentially doing political stuff, and they don't want to do that. So so that's what we're waiting on. That's 11 a.m. our time, Pacific time, when they're going to come out. The other thing that was coming out today is applications. So Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for end of last week, which is 3/15, showing that overall application volume decreased by 1.6%. Applications to purchase a home were down 1.2% for the week and down 14% year over year. Refinances decreased by 2.5% from the previous week and are now 3% lower compared to 1 year ago. What does that mean? That means there wasn't a lot going on a year ago. And if we're worse than that, that's pretty sad. But rates improved, a few weeks ago, and then they've gotten a little bit worse. So I'd say a month ago they were better, and now they got a little worse. They got better. Now we're, just floating in this realm. And according to Fannie Mae, they think mortgage rates are going to stick around a lot longer, higher. I could tell you that we've been talking about that for the last 6 months, Mike and I. Mortgage rates are expected at the end of the year is 6.4%, which is higher than their previous projected of 5.9%. I never thought we'd get there, but who do I know? I'm not Fannie Mae. And again, it's because of the strong employment numbers and hotter than expected inflation data. Um, and Federal Reserve there's the money policy, all that stuff is really focused here. And basically, the government keeps spending. If they keep spending, it's not going to help. And they still want to spend more. They want to give more money to everywhere. Let's focus on us for a while. One thing I don't really want to go heavily in, because it's everywhere, is the commission debate. I even talked about this morning. It's going to take a while to have it fall out. And one of the people out there is saying that, well, maybe instead of having a buyer side real estate agent, you're going to have a buyer side loan officer / agent who gets paid a little bit to oversee the buyer's contract. It's kind of like the real estate agents who do loans also. I've seen that happen in the past. It could potentially go that way. I don't know. Again, this is going to take a lot for the falling out to figure out where it's going to be at. I just think one of the biggest problems is when they put it back at the MLS, that just, sealed their fate. So who knows? It might not change much. And we just talk to the listing agent about how much you want and how much they're going to pay. And that's how it's going to be going forward. It's just negotiated at that point, which still is today. I just think it was a big grab by the fintech out there to push themselves into this industry, because they couldn't break into it before. They were selling leads. You guys would buy leads, and then they were able to get in, and now they're really able to get in. And that's my take kind of on it. I know I'm a little all over the place, but there's not a lot of news today. I looked, nothing worth talking about except for the mortgage applications, the Fed coming out at 11 to say what they're going to do, Jerome Powell talking after that. That's really going to move the market depending on what he says. I mean, he's really cautious on what he says anymore. And, the big commission debate out there. I don't want to get into it any more than that. Like I said, Mike's not here today, so it's strictly here's the mortgage side news, and then we'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, and make it a great day. If you need anything, reach out to me. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.